Hello Guardians, welcome back. This is Right Way Gaming bringing you another Destiny 2 video, and today I'm going to be bringing out the first video in the New Light series. I'm going to be covering for all the new players coming to Destiny 2 with the free-to-play expansion, also called New Light. So what we're going to talk about today, well, there's three main subjects that I kind of want to cover, and it's just the basics of things that you're going to want to be looking out for while you're playing. So the first one I'm going to talk about is materials. Now, they're not essential, but if you're ignoring them, it's going to affect later in the game. So, what am I talking about? Planetary materials. It sounds daft, they sound pointless, but having them in your inventory will save you time in the future. So, while you're out and about doing missions on planets or wherever you are, make sure you've got some sort of ghost equipped in order to highlight these materials, whether it's chests or the materials alone. I have one personally for each and every planet, and the way to know this is if you go to your ghost, you will see that it has, say, a Nessus scanner or catch detector. Ideally you want both, but if not, one of them will still do, and it helps out a ton in finding these materials while you're doing missions or just out and about patrolling. The next two materials I'm going to talk about are ones that we already know of, which is enhancement cores if you're an existing player, and a potentially new material that's coming to Shadowkeep, which is Ascendant Shards. Now, I'm assuming that both of these are going to be a part of the process to power up armour, because as we all know, you get armour, it drops at a certain power level currently. If you want to infuse that higher, you need certain materials along with planetary materials, as well as the enhancement cores and Ascendant Shards. I think this is going to be a similar system to what D1 had originally, with a few tweaks, of course. So we don't know how to get Ascendant Shards at the moment, but I'm assuming that will be from completing certain missions and objectives as endgame rewards, or end mission rewards, shall we say. Enhancement cores we know we can currently get from dismantling any masterworked weapons or armour that we get, as well as also getting them from doing things like a Valorant reset or Infamy reset, or those sort of things. Now, I'm not 100% sure any other way of getting them. There is a way of grinding for them if you need them, and that is via visiting the Spider, spamming a load of materials, going visiting the guy on Mercury, handing in a load of engrams to get a load of weapons, dismantling them. Same with the gunsmith, handing a load of gunsmith materials, dismantle them, and then go and visit back to the Spider. It's a cycle. There's a video out there. Check it out if you want to know how to get a load of enhancement cores for yourself. That is all I'm going to cover on the materials side of things, so it's just worth keeping in mind that you are going to need them, so try and collect them as you're going around and picking missions up. The next point is weapons and missions to watch out for. So if you've never played Destiny 2 before, or if you have, you'll be familiar with the fact that there's certain missions that drop exotic weapons. Now, these tend to be a series of missions where you have to do certain objectives, anywhere from 5 to 10 or more of them. These weapons are some of the best guns in the game, so you are definitely going to want to try and get these. There's videos out there. I will try and get them on my channel for you, but if not, you should easily be able to find them. So I'm going to list a few of the ones that you can get with New Light, and the first one that I would suggest people focus on is the Whisper of the Worm. Now, the reason behind this being is it's always been a Destiny favourite. It's a sniper that automatically reloads itself as long as you get 3 crit shots. Now, in most raids, this weapon will be the ideal heavy weapon to use. There is others out there, but that is the best one. It takes some skill, but it's still one of the best weapons, even all the way from D1 when it was Black Hammer, and then Black Spindle, and now it's Whisper of the Worm. It's just reshaped, and it's still as awesome as always. A few other ones to watch out for are Meter Multi-Tool. This was Vanilla D2 that it came out with. You can simply pick up the mission once you've finished the original story. Storm, Rat King, Acreus, again, all 3 exotic weapons that have got quite unique perks, but don't get quite used as much, but might be worth just getting just for you to have to play around with. Of course, if you go on by the expansions, there's more of these exotic weapons, but I will cover them in a separate video because it's nothing to do with New Light. Right, the last thing I'm going to talk about just like I had 3 points that I wanted to cover for the basics of New Light, and that is to explain the new armour system coming with Shadowkeep. Now, this will affect New Light and Shadowkeep players, so it's definitely worth mentioning. And that is the Armour 2.0 system. You'll have seen videos out there about it because Bungie have kind of focused on it a lot because they're thinking it's going to be a great update to the game. And basically what it means is your armour will be personal to you. There's no longer having to grind for certain perks on armour because your perks will be what you choose them to be on your armour. So you can look how you want to look and still have the perks that you need. So, for example, if you want gauntlets to have a hand cannon reloader, you can put that on your gauntlets, no matter which gauntlets you are wearing. So, personally, the armour set that I like to wear at the moment is my Solstice armour. I will be able to get the Solstice armour 2.0 and be able to put them on my gauntlets. What this means is you'll be able to personalise your armour to the way you play, and that is one thing I'm going to focus on and suggest you do. Modify your armour to the way you play. If you're aggressive and you love using shotguns, make sure you're using perks that use enhanced dexterity or hand cannons for shotguns and hand cannons to just make that snappier handling. Probably hand cannon targeting. Shotguns don't need such things as that. But then also things that like reduce your melee cooldown, because you're in people's faces, you're going to need that. So that's just one example. Another example would be if you're a sniper, if you're a passive player. Don't focus on melee cooldowns because you're very rarely going to use it. Focus more on a grenade cooldown along with sniper targeting and maybe, again, I use hand cannons with snipers. I'm just a hand cannon lover, what can I say? But a hand cannon reloader, because you're not going to need reloading the sniper, but on a hand cannon you will, because if somebody pushes you, you're going to need that snappier reload. Other than that, the only thing worth mentioning is the fact that D1 stats are coming back. So you obviously have, at the moment, we have recovery, resistance and mobility. They're staying, but we're also getting discipline, intellect and what's the other one? I can't remember, but we're getting them back as well. Now these all affect, again, like I said, melee cooldown, super cooldown, grenade cooldown, and then obviously the 3 that we already know of are resistance, which is how much health you've got. Recovery is how quick you recover that health, and mobility is basically how fast you can strafe. No, it does not increase your sprint speed, it is how fast you can strafe from left to right. That is one thing I want you to focus on because a lot of people would misunderstand that. But guys, that's all I wanted to cover on this game. I just wanted to cover a few basic pointers for New Light players that are coming into the game as fresh or maybe just not played since the D2 vanilla, because there's been a lot of changes. And I think that this will definitely help you guys for preparing and getting into Destiny again. Keep an eye out for my New Light videos that are coming out. There will be more. I'm going to focus on things like how to trigger public heroic events. There's already videos out there, but I feel that refreshing and creating some new videos for you guys on that will help. Gambit, because if you've not played since D2 Vanilla or D2 at all, you won't know what Gambit is or how it works, so I'm going to cover that for you. As well as maybe covering the events that are now in Destiny and other things like that. So stick around and thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you next time.